Dear all, good morning. I am Ms. Noble A. Palliet, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Sacred Heart College for Women, Chalakudi. I am here to interpret two diary entries as penned by Adrian Moore. The diary entries are: first, that is dated on Monday, 9th March, and second, that is dated on Wednesday, 18th March. The first diary entry, that is dated on Monday, 9th March, is titled as the Commonwealth Day. And the second diary entry, that is dated on Wednesday, 18th March, is an untitled one. Before getting into the details of these two diary entries, let me give you a recap of what we learned in the previous class. Adrian Moore's mother has gone to attend an assertiveness training. Now she returns home with great change after the assertiveness training. She returns home to divide the household chores, CHORES, household duties, into three, to be done by herself, her husband, that is Adrian's father, and her son, Adrian Moore. This is the outcome of the assertiveness training. The result of the assertiveness training is very evident when she articulates three utterances, three sentences after her return from the workshop. Sentence number 1. The worm has changed. Sentence number 2. Things are going to be different around here. And sentence number 3, we start tomorrow. Now let's get into the details of the two diary entries that we are going to learn today. In the first diary entry, that is dated on Monday, 9th March, we find a long catalogue of the household duties performed by Adrian Moore. He had to clean toilet, wash basin, and bath before doing his paper. He had to prepare breakfast and put washing in machine before going to school. After school, he had to vacuum whole lounge and breakfast room. He had to peel potatoes, chop up cabbage, prepare food, serve it on table, wash dishes, and dry washed clothes. Not only that, he had to feed dog also. Besides, he had to iron PE kit. PE is an abbreviation for physical education. So he had to iron PE kit and clean shoes. Later, he did homework and took dog for a walk. Finally, he refreshed and prepared 3 cups of tea. Adrian Mall concludes this particular diary entry with the statement that just my luck to have an assertive mother. Now, this concluding statement, this final statement is a bit ambiguous. The first meaning may be, I am fortunate enough to have such an assertive mother because it is only because of her compulsion that I was able to complete all the assigned tasks properly. The second meaning may be, I consider it bad luck to have such an assertive mother because it is only because of her that I am overburdened. I am overloaded with much work at the age of 13 and 3/4. So this is the end of the first diary entry dated on Monday, 9th March, as penned by Adrian Mall. Now let's take up the second diary entry dated on Wednesday, 18th March. In the second diary entry, Adrian Mall gives us a dismal picture of his parents who are at the verge, the brink, and the very edge of divorce. Both were, his father and his mother, are fighting for the custody of Adrian. Here, Adrian Mall labels himself as a tug of love child, in the sense that a child whose parents are divorced and one of the parents tries to get the child from the other. He says, as a result of this tug of war between his parents on his issue, his picture would appear in the newspapers. But then he was again worried about the spots in his face rather than the fight, the battle, the struggle, or the tug of war between his parents. And this is the sum total, the essence, the gist of the second diary entry as penned by Adrian Mall that we have taken up for discussion in today's class. But before I conclude, let me try to critically appreciate the title as given to the first diary entry. The first diary entry, as I have already mentioned, is dated on Monday, 9th March, and it is given the title Commonwealth Day. Now, every year or annually, Commonwealth Day falls on second Monday of March. Now, this day is very special. It commemorates the Commonwealth of Nations, which is a union of some countries that used to be part of the British Empire. Now, on this very momentous day, Queen Elizabeth II delivers an address to the Commonwealth, which is broadcast throughout the world. In this diary entry, we find Adrian's mother addressing the domestic world, comprising herself, Adrian's father, that is her husband, and her son, Adrian Moore. And the address is a kind of wake-up call to perform the household duties combinedly, where all three would come together and perform the assigned tasks in perfect union with each other. So dear students, that is all for today's class. And if nothing unexpected happens, I hope I will be able to complete the entire chapter of Sue Townsend's The Secret Diary in the next class, because we have only 2 more diary entries to be dealt with. So dear students, have happy learning experiences until we meet again in the next video presentation. Thank you and stay tuned.